guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Megz Moviez. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and to today's video, so let's just get straight into it. Okay, and it's back with another Megz Mini Reviews, and today I have watched Basil, the Great Mouse Detective. So yes, a Disney animated classic that I haven't seen. There's quite a few I haven't, especially earlier on, sort of like in Disney's history. Okay, so here's a quick plot overview. Basically just think Sherlock Holmes, but with mouses. I think it's mouses. But yeah, so basically this is set in London. Basically this little girl's father gets taken away and she goes to Basil, Sherlock Holmes, as a need for help. She does bump into Dawson, who's basically Watson. Is the best way to put it? Yeah. And they go to try and find her father, and basically they come across Ratigan, who's basically a Moriarty. I don't know how you say his name. I think that's how you say his name. It might be wrong. But yeah, so basically, gonna be honest, rather dark. Yes, for a Disney film, it is rather dark. The beginning is certainly dark, especially since with the bat henchman. Really creepy sort of like face shot at one point. But then after that, it's really weird because there's this really sad scene at the beginning, you know, where it's like the dad gets kidnapped, taken away, and the daughter's yelling, "Father, Father!" Then all of a sudden you get the upbeat music of the theme tune for the film. Dark to light in like a matter of a second. That's creepy. After that though, the creepy sort of like dark things happen very small in places. So they're not as sort of like dark as the opening was. But overall, aside from the fact that it was dark, pretty much most of the sort of like it was very small bits, but you would notice when it's dark. But the animation was beautiful. The characters, I loved the characters. I loved the animation as well. That was so yeah. So the animation is beautiful. The characters I loved, especially Basil. He was definitely a Sherlock Holmes character. I loved the plot as well. I thought it was a rather good plot. The villain, I loved the villain song. Ratigan is the one thing I know that's from that film, and I've never heard it in full. I only heard it in a little snippet for a quiz that me and my friend Curtis did a while ago. But I will say, listening to the full song, I really enjoyed it. I did like Ratigan. Basically, he's a rat, he's not a mouse. And every time someone calls him a rat, he gets really pissed off, he gets really annoyed, because he doesn't like being called a rat in a place of mouses. Mouse? I don't know. But, aside from the dark moments that are in the film, I thought it was a very good plot. It's definitely a Sherlock plot. Apparently it's based on a book, Basil, the Great Detective, I believe. But I've never read the book, so I wouldn't know. I didn't even know it was based on a book. I just thought it was a sort of like a nice parody of Sherlock Holmes, but clearly it was based on a book. The only actor I recognised name-wise was Vincent Price as the villain Ratigan. But the other voice actors, I thought they were really good. I liked most of the songs in the film, actually, to be honest. But then thinking about it, there weren't that many. There was only like a couple. So I thought that was quite nice, because I know Disney sort of like, in future, added more songs into their films. Whereas this one, I think, had about 3 songs, I think. Maybe 4. There's only 3 that popped in my head right now. I can't think of the other one. There might only just be 3. But, yeah, so overall thoughts, even though it's dark at parts, I still really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the plot, I enjoyed the songs, I enjoyed the characters. Overall score though, I think I would give it probably an 8 out of 10 for the simple fact of, even though it's a Disney film, you can't really watch this film with children. Or at least in my eyes, I don't think you can watch it with children. Because it is, like I said, fairly dark. So that's why I give it less points. Because obviously, Disney have some dark films. Obviously, Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know, the Hellfire Song, Tarzan, there's a certain scene at the end that's quite dark. But aside from that, you never see anything else dark, well, apart from Bambi and Lion King as well, obviously. But this one seemed quite dark for a Disney film. I know it's fairly early on, so kids back then probably weren't sort of like scared of stuff like that. But if I was to be a mum, I would not show my kid that film. I'll show them maybe when they're like maybe 10 onwards, but when they're very little it can be quite creepy, at least in my eyes, for a kid. So yeah, so 8 out of 10, that's about the best as I'm going to give it. But it's still a good film. I definitely recommend watching it if you haven't watched it yet, if you're a Disney fan, or if you just like a good Sherlock Holmes movie, or even if you just fancy watching a film about mouses. I'll never understand which one that is. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do give it a thumbs up. If you are new to this channel, you like this review and you want to check out more episodes in the series, do hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Also leave a comment down below with your thoughts on the movie if you've seen it. If you haven't, would you like to see it? Or say what's your favourite parts, what's your least favourite parts? Because like I said, I like talking to you guys about movies and I love hearing you guys talk about it with me. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time. Bye!